What's up guys? I'm going to be doing a monthly update on my videos because I think it's great if I can document my progress. You get to see a bit about the hobby, maybe learn a thing or two. So let's get started. I'm going to start with probably, I'm not going to say my worst, but I think it's my least interesting tank, and I think it's this thing here. It's the red ram's horn snail tub, and it's not very pretty to look at, but the reason I'm saying it's not the most interesting tank is because I'm not really seeing much happening in here. I started with 4 or 5 red ram's horn snails in here 6-7 weeks ago, and I'm seeing a ton of babies. Like, I mean, the babies are like 1 to 3 millimeters across. Like, to give you an example, see this, there's a yellow rubber band here. There must be 100 babies on this that you can't see. I don't want to drop my phone in the water. I'm feeding them high calcium foods, I'm giving them regular water changes. So I'm a little bit stumped as to why they're not growing. I don't know if these are slow growing species or what. Maybe you do. If you know anything about these snails, please give me your opinion in the comment section below. Let's go on to these fellas. If I can focus. Alright, these are my better crystal reds. Typically these are SS grade and above. That will be Hino grade and above. There's a couple of snow whites in here. There's still the golden that I still haven't taken out. But these are the guys that are doing fine. I have in the breeding colony above, I have quite a few little crystal red shrimp that I have an eye on to go in here today. So this tank will be added to today, and there'll be a few shrimp removed today. It looks okay, I'd imagine. Let's go into my crystal blacks. These are my better grade crystal blacks. Well, some of them are really good grades, some of them are pretty effing pathetic, but it is what it is. Like that fellow dead center of the screen, he is so washed out. He will be going into the cull tank, I imagine, today. I have a couple of crowns in here, like the one very dead center. He has a little black spot dead center of his head. That's a crown. So I'm hoping to get more babies from them. I have at least 3 or 4 like that in here. So some changes will be made to there today. Nice big Amano shrimp there. This tank I have a couple of bronze catfish in here, a couple of cherry shrimp, 2 Amanos. Little shrimp there, I don't know what that is. I've removed all the duckweed from the top of this because it was blocking the hang-on back filter to the point that it stopped working, so duckweed's away from this tank. Crystal red breeding colony is, well, you can see for yourselves, it is doing absolutely fantastic. Let's turn that light off and this light off. Yeah, it's doing fantastic. There are just babies everywhere in here. And as always, most of the females are all buried again. I'm getting a decent amount of Taiwan B shrimp out of here still, because these all came, my main colony comes from Michelins, and these females are probably F2, F3, and they're still putting out the odd Taiwan B. Today in here, I've seen, let me think what I've seen 1 ruby red, 1 panda, and something else. I'm not sure what the other one was. It was kind of like, I'm not sure if it's going to be a crystal black, but it might be another panda. You get the gist. More shrimp, and they're all munching down on the nettles. This is due for selected breeding today, this tank, so there are some shrimp in here that will be removed. Like this little fella here. He's a good grade A shrimp, but he's getting a little bit big. He might be at the age where he wants to start mating. Same with this little fella here. See right at the end of my finger. But he's actually a nice little shrimp. If he was a female or a male, I would be inclined to leave him in here. I've also been fixing the plants in here. I've added some subwassertangen, if that is what it's called. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Subwassertangen, I think it's called. Anubis. By the way, the Anubis thing, having them in shrimp tanks, is a complete myth. You can see, just pointing this to anybody that tells you Anubis is bad for a shrimp tank. More Anubis dead center, Java fern, more Anubis. Looking pretty good. Let's go over to the Taiwan bees. It is getting there. This colony is slow, but it's definitely getting there. I started this colony, as you guys will know, about let me think of this, September last year. I started with 10 Michelins, and this is how many Taiwan bees I have now. There's King Kongs at the back, there's pandas, there's ruby reds, there's red wines. I'm just loving these Taiwan bees. These are absolutely my favourite shrimp. And probably my favourite shrimp completely is the, you know, the pandas that are pure white and pure black, because the definition is just outstanding. You don't seem to get that. I mean, the blue ones, the shadow type, are nice, but the ones where it's like pure white and pure black against each other, there's just something special about that type of shrimp. I see a little, I think it's a wine red, can't really tell because I'm holding this camera. There's a few babies in here, but these are not as good, they're not as productive yet as my crystal reds, but I think they will be eventually, because the only thing that slowed me down with these is I just didn't have the numbers to start with. When you buy Michelins, you often you will have like a batch of babies from them, and you will be lucky if 2 or 3 babies from, like, say 20 are Taiwan bees. Now that is probably a high percentage. There's another ruby red and another wine red there, dead center. There's actually quite a few Taiwan bee babies in here that I haven't seen, so that's pretty good. I'm super excited for these guys. Same thing again. I've added some crypts into the corner. There in the pot, there's lots of Java moss, Anubis there, subwassertangen, looking good. I have some weird growth of algae here that I don't know what that is either. If you know what it is, please leave a comment. Onto my teenage tank. Teenagers tank, and it gets its name from because it's typically a holding tank for young shrimp from this breeding colony. So let's have a look. I'll go over the plants first, then we can have a look at the shrimp. Anubis in the corner. I've moved there's a big filter here. I've moved it to this back corner because it was ugly. More subwassertangen. Anubis, Java fern, subwassertangen. This is another one of these plants that I don't know the name of. If you do, you know what to do, leave a comment in the comment section below. Anubis petite, that is absolutely gorgeous, and a little bit of driftwood there. More subwassertangen with some Java moss growing through it. A different kind of Java fern. Let me tell you about the subwassertangen, by the way. I have lots and lots of it, as you can see. And I have not bought this plant. This was a piece that I got, and it was like 1 centimeter, and a shipment of shrimp that I got, and it's grown into all this. And and I have it in all my other tanks as well, so it shows you how quickly that can grow. I was asked about these mesh nets in a comment. These mesh nets are for to give me more surface area for biofilm, and it's simply for shrimp to graze on. I don't know how well it shows up in the camera, the biofilm. Maybe you can see it a little bit at the top. Maybe, probably this one you can see a little bit better. You can see it on the top here. And how I've done these is I've roughed them up like to hell with sandpaper. You know, like wash them off and then put them in the tanks. So that is the update for that tank. I'll put the light on for the cold tank, just give me a second for it to heat up. What else can I say? Thank you for all the people that have subscribed to me. I'm pretty chuffed at the amount of people that find my videos entertaining. A lot of you have left really nice comments, which I really appreciate. It means a lot to me. The reason I'm actually doing this YouTube thing is because I want to learn stuff, and I want other people to learn stuff from me, because I made a hell of a lot of mistakes when I first started doing shrimp, and I would kind of, you know, I was almost close to giving up keeping shrimp at one point, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been through the same. And you know, I wanted to basically help people as much as possible, try and avoid the things that made me almost quit. Because shrimp they are relatively easy to keep, but what people don't understand is shrimp are not fish. You can't treat shrimp the same as you treat a fish, because, for example, I have various videos that you've all seen where we talk about water changes. I know for a fact that too many water changes have killed my shrimp before. But with fish, snails for example, the more the better. The more water changes the better. So there's maybe some things I still don't understand about water changes. There probably is. I mean, I'm not claiming to know everything about everything to do with shrimp, but I'm willing to learn. If someone comes to me and says something like, oh, you're doing this wrong or this wrong, or that is the reason why your shrimp are dying during water changes, I will hold my hands up and I will praise them. Anyway, the cold tank light has warmed up, so let's have a little look. Let's see what's in here, what's changed. Lots of plants growing everywhere. Have a look at the shrimp. It's almost impossible for me to get a good picture here because of this light. Got my hand here. Anyway, you get the gist. I'm not going to carry on because this is a way longer video than I thought it was going to be. Anyway guys, you know the story. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And I truly do appreciate all your views and subscriptions, just so you know. Thanks for watching. Bye.